Mr. Rounds?
Yes, hello.
Hello, my name's Dr. Tarbuck. Nice
Hi.
to meet you. Thank you very much for coming up today. What I'd like to do over the next 10 minutes or so is just to talk with you and find out a little bit about your problems and how you've been recently. Would that be all right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Perhaps we could start off just by talking about what's been the trouble at the moment. What's been the worst problem for you?
Not sleeping very well.
Okay.
Wake up a couple of times during the night. Takes me a long time to get back to sleep, if I can get back to sleep. I'm usually wide awake by 5 or 5:30 in the morning.
Right. And can you get back to sleep again after that? Or?
No, I usually just lay in bed and get up a little while later. I used to sleep up to 7:30 or 8 o'clock, but
So that's 2 hours earlier than you wouldn't usually wake up.
yeah,
I see.
yeah. I don't feel any more tired. But just wake up and don't know why. Get back to sleep. I can't.
Mm-hmm. Are there any particular things that are worrying you at the moment? Or?
Well, I wake up and think of Dorothy. What we had achieved together and our life together, and then I start to miss her, and I feel all upset.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, upset.
Yeah. Could you tell me a little bit about Dorothy? Who was she?
Oh, she was my wife. Been married nearly 50 years.
Right.
She died 6 months ago.
Oh, I am sorry.
Yeah, it was all very sudden. She had a stroke and was unconscious and never recovered.
That must have been a very difficult time for you.
It was, yeah. But our Linda, she was a good girl. She came round and she helped a lot.
Right. Lindsay's your daughter?
Yeah, she's our eldest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she lives locally, so that was quite useful. She came round and held my hand if I needed it,
Mm-hmm.
which I did.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure.
Still do sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my Dorothy.
You must miss her a great deal.
Yeah, I do.
Mm.
She's still sort of in my mind and my heart,
Of course.
but just not there physically.
So unfortunately, you lost your wife 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell me a bit about how you've been feeling since then in yourself?
I think I've lost interest in most things.
Right.
I used to go fishing and bowling with my pals, but not really interested anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see much. They keep asking me out, and I say yes. I'll look in my diary and see when I can come, but I either forget or don't want to get back to them.
Right. So you've become rather more isolated recently.
Yes, I see the boys occasionally,
Mm-hmm.
and Linda comes over a couple of times a week. She's very helpful. She helped me do the housework, and I've got no enthusiasm for anything anymore.
Right.
Yeah, it's strange. I never thought I'd be like this, but
Can you take any interest in life at the moment?
well, if you turn the television on, what is it? Murders, stabbings, war, muggings, fires, riots. It's all so depressing.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah. Used to enjoy watching television, but there's nothing of interest on now.
Can you get any enjoyment or pleasure out of life at the moment?
Well, it's difficult. I used to enjoy food, but doesn't taste of anything. Linda insists that I eat, and she brings me these ready-made meals that I put in the freezer, and I get out to do, and then forget all about them, and can't freeze them again, so they have to be thrown out. So she has a moan at me for that.
Right. Do you enjoy your food at the moment at all?
No.
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 No. And has that affected your weight, do you think?
Yes, I think it has, because my trousers are quite loose on me now. Used to have to wear a belt to keep them up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, I think I weighed myself, Linda said, why don't I weigh myself? And I was about half a stone, or 4 kilos I think it was, lighter than I was a few months ago. So obviously something's dropping off somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And just, food is just no interest of me at all.
Okay. So just to summarise a little bit, you've told me that sadly you lost your wife 6 months ago,
Yeah.
and then since then you've not been eating well, and you've lost about half a stone in weight, about four
Yeah.
kilos in weight,
Yeah.
and you've got no sort of ability to take an interest in life anymore. You don't enjoy seeing your friends or your hobbies.
No, no, just, I used to, go out and fish overnight and with the boys and that. We used to have a laugh, but not,
Yeah.
doesn't appeal anymore.
Yeah. And you also mentioned that you've not been sleeping well.
No, I wake up several times in the night.
Right. How would you describe your mood at the moment? How would you say you are in your spirits?
Pretty low, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Be a fair summary of that.
Yeah. And do you feel like that all of the time, or does it come and go? Or?
I feel worse sometimes. I start thinking about my girl, and
Mm-hmm.
I find myself with tears running down my
Yeah.
cheeks.
Yeah. Is there any particular pattern to your mood? Do you find, is there any time of day that you feel worst? Or?
Morning is first thing in the morning.
Right.
Having to get up and get started for the day. I mean, when I first lost Dorothy, everything was busy. I had lots to do, lots of arranging and sorting out. But now that's all done and dusted, it's one day just fades into another, and get up and start the same old routine. It's
Mm-hmm.
just so boring.
Mm-hmm. It sounds things are very difficult for you at the moment.
Mm. I mean, Dorothy and I used to enjoy going on holidays, but I wouldn't fancy going away by myself. It wouldn't be the same.
Sure. Can we talk a little bit about what the future looks like at the moment?
Well, I don't see it being any different from what it is at the moment. I mean, it's still a void there, a great big void. Where,
Of course, your wife's gone and
yeah,
she's not going to come back. But sometimes when people have lost someone, they start to feel quite negative about the future, quite hopeless. Have you had any feelings like that?
yeah, I think that would sum it up nicely. Yeah, hopeless. Just you just see a void.
Mm-hmm.
So used to look forward to going out and going around to the coast, going out in the car, visiting friends. Got a niece in Canada and a nephew in Australia. Went out to see them. That was good. But now I don't fancy doing it by myself.
Could you see yourself doing that sort of thing again in the future?
Well, I suppose if I went with some of the family, I might do, but I don't see myself doing it.
Yeah. Sometimes when people feel very negative, very hopeless, they have thoughts about harming themselves, about doing away with themselves. Have you had any thoughts like that at all?
No, I wouldn't do anything like that.
Yeah, good. Okay. Clearly we've talked quite a lot about how you've been feeling at the moment since you lost your wife, and from what you've told me, you do seem to be quite low and depressed.
I do miss her.
Yeah. I think there are things that we can do to help you with that, and I think maybe that's what we should talk about next, how we can best help you, if that's okay.
Okay, fine, yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
If it helped me feel better, then I'm happy to go along with that.